How's it going, people? Uh, Uncle Fran Man Diaz here. Uncle Fran Man Diaz. The good old days of gaming YouTube. We can be the torch. That can be, gaming YouTube can be the good old days in this brave new AI world. In this brave new AI world, gaming YouTube can be the good old days. You know, I can bring us back to the good old days in a way, and I'm only as good as I am. I'm not saying that I possess the vocal wit of the greats of gaming YouTube of old, but I can be a torch bearer of the good old days of gaming YouTube's past. I can be the torch bearer. And I can do that by just being little old me. You remember Game Grumps, Nerd Cubed, Two Best Friends Play, RB in Chief, Machinima, Screw Attack, Normal Boots? Does that activate the almonds? The good old days? You know, times have changed. We're in the brave new AI future, but that doesn't mean that I can't be the torchbearer of the good old days of the internet. That doesn't mean that I can't be remember the good times guy. You know, for as bad as it might have seemed in the moment for you, do you remember Two Best Friends Play and all of that? I do. And my life didn't turn out to be as awesome as I wanted it to be, but most people's don't. And that's really all you can do sometimes, is take moments to remember the good old days. And then the day that you're in becomes the good old days. That's what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting at here is today will always be the good old days. So today will always be the good old days. You're currently in the good old days. I didn't think when I was watching gaming YouTube that I was watching the good old days. I thought those days were going to roll on forever. And what I am doing ultimately is I'm trying to be a torchbearer of the good old days of gaming YouTube, effectively. And that's easier said than done, is the gist of things. It's been years and it's been easier said than done. But what I'm trying to be effectively is the torchbearer of the good days. You know, we're in the brave new AI future. There's a chance that the AI youth of the future aren't going to know what the internet even was during the gaming YouTube era days. I mean, they might not even know what it was like a couple years ago. That's the thing that's going to distinguish the internet landscape. I'm trying effectively now. What we're looking at is I'm a blast from the past, and there's going to be more and more people that don't even understand what the fuck I witnessed. There's going to be so many people that don't understand what I have witnessed in my lifetime. I've seen so many goddamn changes, and like, people are not going to even understand what the fuck I've experienced in my lifetime. And it's going to be bizarre to try to even explain anything to anyone. I'm literally, I used to rewatch that movie Idiocracy. When I was a kid, I got the movie Idiocracy from one of those big bargain DVD bins. You remember the big bargain DVD bins? I got the movie Idiocracy when I was a child. I picked it out because I used to watch it on like the pay-per-view channels, the ones you had to pay for. And I used to rewatch the movie Idiocracy, and my dad would tell me that this is going to be the future. And I'd be like, no way. But in a way, it is going to be the future in a way. And I'm going to have hulky wisdom that is only going to matter to, it's only going to strike people as unusual. It's going to not have a far reach, but it's going to strike people as unusual. And I'm going to have experienced things that make absolutely no sense to the youth. Okay? Like, and I know that's just being old. I know I'm just explaining being old. But we are in the brave AI future, and I am a holdout of gaming YouTube gone by. I'm the ghost of gaming YouTube gone by. And people should people should respect that a little bit, kind of. That's admirable in a way, to be the ghost of gaming YouTube past. And I don't think the internet should show me the same hostility that they are used to showing a grifter, because I'm just the ghost of gaming YouTube past, really, in a way. And you should appreciate me while I'm here, is really the thing. You should appreciate me while I'm here. You should be nice to me and appreciate me while I'm here. Maybe. Do I have that necklace? Yes. I can tell you a verse from the Bible. Hold on. I can tell you a verse from the Bible. Our Father who art in heaven. Oh, hold on. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this our daily bread, and forgive us who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. That was a prayer. That was a Catholic prayer. Kind of a verse from the Bible. It was better than nothing. And so yeah, with that being said, well, it's the same difference. It was Christian in nature and tone and all of that. What does that really have to do with anything, I guess, is the question. Anyway, so I'm the ghost of gaming YouTube's past. And you should show me, you should be kinder to me, really, is the gist of things. You should be kinder to me. Because that is an admirable thing to be. It is an admirable thing to be a ghost of gaming YouTube's past. And, you know, remember Smosh? Remember Game Theory? Game Theory's gone now. Game Theory's gone. We let Game Theory come and pass us by. And, what a world we live in. What a world we live in. I don't even know if I ever gave Game Theory a donation. Is the thing, really. So, like, you know, appreciate things while they're here is the gist of things. Like, you know, I'm a torchbearer for gaming YouTube in a lot of ways. I'm the ghost of gaming YouTube's past. I'm a gaming YouTube walker and a gym walker. And, you know, remember when they were allowed to have enclosed outdoor bathrooms that had like AC and it was just like a full bathroom? I was talking about that the other day. I was talking about hostile architecture and how getting rid of those like enclosed bathrooms at like parks and stuff, because of the nefarious things that would go on in them. You know, that's a form of hostile architecture, but that's also proof that we just can't have nice things. And that's kind of where the saying, this is why we can't have nice things, that's where the this is why we can't have nice things thing came from, in a way. You know. So, does anyone want to talk about how, what was it? Styx Hexenhammer, I think. Apparently Styx Hexenhammer only has a month to live, he says. I saw the Kino Casino joking around about that. Did anyone see the Kino Casino joking around about how Styx Hexenhammer supposedly only has 1 month to live? Now, I hate to be a pearl clutcher, but as much as I am annoyed that Styx Hexenhammer gets attention and I don't really get much attention, I think it is very unkind to be making a spectacle for profit at Six Hexenhammer's expense, even if Six Hexenhammer is a deplorable person, and I had to watch, even though I had to watch the Kino Casino to know about this, and I've been watching the Kino Casino forever, and I'm annoyed that people pay attention to Six Hexenhammer. That still, at the end of the day, I think it is a little bit in poor taste, to kind of make a profit off of talking about Styx, like, Styx should be able to go on his own platform. Okay, here's my thing. Styx should be able to go on his own platform, even if I'm annoyed that people pay attention to Styx. Styx Hexenhammer should be able to go on his own platform and talk about how he has a month left to live without the Kino Casino making a spectacle about it and profiting off of it. And, like, that's with me watching the Kino Casino and only knowing about it because I watched the Kino Casino. So, like, with that being said, hold on. I have a dental appointment, and I will be back after the dental appointment.